Hi, how's it going? Welcome back to my channel. Today we have a reading vlog just for you, no one else. It's not just like any regular reading vlog. It's a reading vlog where I'm only reading dark academia books for like 1 week, for a week. I mean, really it's like 4 days, but like a week. Tiffany, you're like, what are we reading during this reading vlog? And that's a great question. Let me answer that for you. To be honest with you, Tiffany, it's like halfway through the week and I don't know what I'm gonna read next, but these are the books I have on my TBR. First of all, we have Vita, Nostra. This is a dark academia novel that I describe later on in the reading vlog, so I'm not gonna give the synopsis here. I'm currently reading it and there are things and thoughts and feelings that I have. We'll be reading this dark academia novel in this reading vlog. And also in this reading vlog, I might be reading Gentlemen and Players by Joanne Harris. I think a novel about chess players in university. I honestly don't know. I just know that like when I looked up dark academia books on Google, this came up. And so I bought it. If there was anything that ever described me, it would be that like I saw something online and then I just bought it impulsively. I might read this, we'll see. And then I also have this book, which is a YA dark academia novel, and that is How We Fall Apart by Katie Zhao. This, from what I know, is about a group of students. They're like in a clique at this very like prestigious school. One day, their friend, like their leader, dies. Murdered, probably, maybe. And then everybody at the school is like, oh my God, you literally murdered your friend. I can't believe you murdered them. And they're like, me? Murder? Never. Like, we'll have to see if one of them did indeed kill this person. Even though it's a YA novel, I'm still excited. And then finally, I have A Deadly Education by Naomi Novik. I don't think I'm gonna read this during the reading vlog, but I thought I would mention it just in case. It's in the other room and I'm too lazy to go grab it. But this is about a girl who goes to a school and it's like deadly. I don't know. I've heard a lot of people say not great things about it, so I'm a bit apprehensive with it, to be honest. Those are the things that I'm reading, might read, etc. Let me know down below if you have any dark academia recommendations of other books that you think I should read in terms of like dark academia for these reading vlogs. I would love to know. Oh, and also if you have any opinions about the books I've shown, please let me know that as well. I'd love to know your opinion. Hope you enjoy the reading vlog. Let's roll the clip. Jeremy. No, Jeremy. It's broken. You can't roll the clip because it's broken. Jeremy, you can't do that. No, Jeremy, you're literally fired. You're fired. Like, I can't do this. Like, I'm paying you so much money for you to do nothing at this point. Oh, suddenly you can roll the clip. Okay, Jeremy, go ahead. Roll the clip, Jeremy. Go ahead. Roll it. No, please roll the clip. Don't worry though, because you're still fired. Welcome to this weekly reading vlog. Excuse the fan, excuse if my face looks really red. I am very warm right now. Yeah, anyway, hi, how's it going? How are you? What's up? I've missed you. It's been like, what, like 3 days since we last saw each other? Isn't that crazy? This week's reading vlog, we have a theme. Does my hair look crazy? Does my hair look crazy? Tell me. You wouldn't lie, right? Okay. It looks okay? Okay, thanks girl. I've never done a themed weekly reading vlog, but you know, now we're doing it. And this week's theme is dark academia. Why did I say that weird? Dark academia. If you're on my Patreon, you might know that I posted a poll saying like, what book should I read? And so my patrons, www.patreon.com/Jordaline reads. The link is always at the top of my description. Go ahead and check it out if you want to see extra content from me. Now, I posted a poll on my Patreon and they chose the book I'm going to read first. By the way, I don't know if I said this, happy Tuesday. It's Tuesday today. My patrons chose, and I'm kind of surprised that they chose this because at first another book was winning, a book that I expected to win, to be honest, but then this book won by like a landslide. It was wild, and that is Vita Nostra. Actually, I don't really know anything about this. I think this is translated from like the Italian or something. I did read the synopsis for this once and feeling like it was a weird synopsis and that it didn't really sound that like dark academia to me. You know, it didn't really sound super dark academic. I'm totally willing to give it a shot because there are so many people who say that they love it. Like even on my Patreon, somebody commented and was like, I love Vita Nostra and the sequel is so good. And I was like, okay. Also, yeah, there's also a sequel to this. So if I really like this, I'm gonna pick up the sequel as well. But this is what I'm gonna read to start out with. I literally just got an Amazon package. Let's open it before we go on, shall we? I'm gonna use my door lock. I ordered this first of all, which is like a peel and stick, I think kind of like vinyl. It's meant to look like wood. I had the idea, the genius idea, Tiffany, to do the dresser in a peel and stick. I honestly think it was like somebody who commented on one of my videos suggesting this, and I was like, that's literally genius. But I think, Tiffany, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do the top of the dresser and then the fronts of the drawers. That way, like it has like, you know, a wood feel, but it's also like not that much work. That's what it looks like. And then I got Shuzo Oshimi's Blood on the Tracks Volume 13. Look at the back. Oh my God, I'm very excited, dude. Because now we're moving into seemingly a different era of this series. His face on this cover creeps me out. Like he looks so dejected and numb and like sociopathic almost. Also the back, look at that. Oh my God, dude, that's stunning. I think for the next reading vlog, I want to do all Shuzo Oshimi, like spending a week just reading Shuzo Oshimi manga. Let me know what you think. Anyway, the book that almost won was Deadly Education, but I'm not gonna read this next. If I read anything else other than Vita Nostra, who knows? And then I also included in the poll How We Fall Apart by Katie Zhao. I really want to read this because I've heard good things, but then I've also heard not so good things. So this is definitely like something that I really want to read, but not more than this book, which is a book that I have never seen anyone talk about. I think I found it on like a listicle or something. And that is Gentlemen and Players by Joanne Harris. Like it's giving me 2008. I don't know why, but it is. It says to dare, to strive, to conquer. Basically, it's about like a grammar school for boys. And I'm assuming like murder, mystery, thrillers. I don't know. I really want to read this though, like really want to read it. So I'm gonna read this and then I'm gonna read this. And then if I finish both of these in this reading vlog, which like I doubt is gonna happen, and then want to read this and then A Deadly Education. I think I'm honestly going to maybe sit down, lay down and crack this open right now and get started with it because I really want to make good progress in this reading vlog and I feel motivated to make progress. Do you know what I mean? I'll let you know what I think, okay? See you soon. Hi, happy Wednesday. My dude, my bro, my guy. I am over halfway through this book. I started it yesterday, remember? Do you remember when I said I started it yesterday? I started it yesterday and I love it so much. Like, I'm surprised. I am obsessed with this and I want to talk to you about it. And while I'm talking about it, I'm also going to do my makeup because I'm filming today. I have to film my TBR because it's a little bit late in the month. I like to have my TBR out like right as the month starts or right as the other month is ending. So anyway, excuse me. I do know what this book is about now. I didn't yesterday, but I do now, and I want to talk to you about it. So this is about this girl named Sasha. Sasha is like your everyday, regular, average girl. She's just wanting to live her life, have fun, and she is 16 years old. And so her and her mom go on vacation, I think to like Greece or something. She gets there and she is so excited. She can't wait to get in the ocean and swim and just like, you know, live her Grecian fantasy. Sasha notices that this older man is like watching her all the time. That she like sees him every day and that he just stares at her the whole time. She's 16 years old, and I think any woman, any person feeling like they're being watched would be afraid. They would feel like they were being preyed upon, you know what I mean? And so Sasha, you know, goes to her mom and she's like, this guy just like won't leave me alone. Like he just stares at me, like it's weird. And her mom is like, you're crazy. Like that man is like literally just minding his own business. Like he wants nothing to do with you. What are you talking about? Like her mom is literally not a good parent, but whatever. Sasha also then notices that this man is following her, literally following her. And again, she's like, Mom, this guy's following me. And her mom is like, absolutely not. Like he's just a nice 40-year-old man who's just being nice and 40 years old, you know? And Sasha is terrified. And then this guy like approaches her and he's like, I just want you to do these tasks for me. It's like so easy. And she's like, I don't even know you. What the f? And he's like, you should do these tasks for me. Or you know, bad things might happen. I don't know. And so Sasha, basically out of fear, out of almost like blackmail, is like, okay, I'll do them. And so she does these strange tasks for this man. Like she has to go out into the ocean, swim to the buoy at 5 o'clock in the morning every single morning, naked as the day she's born, and do this every single day. She has to swim out to the buoy at 5 a.m. every day and she can't be late or, you know, bad things will happen. And then he tells her like, you need to run laps and laps around this park every morning at like 6 a.m. And then afterwards you need to pee in this bush, like literally pee in the bush. And so she does. And every single time as well, she does these tasks, she pukes. And not only does she puke, but she pukes up these gold, mysterious coins. Like coins that she's never seen before. Like it's a currency that does not exist in this universe, in this world. And so, do I look crazy? I probably look crazy. So Sasha does all these tasks, you know? And after he tells her like, okay, you don't need to do the running thing anymore, Sasha's like, I hope I never can see you again. Peace, like deuces. And then she sees him again and he's like, okay, so you're gonna go to this school. At this point, Sasha is like 18 years old. She's becoming a young woman and she has to find a university to go to. And so he's like, oh, you've been having trouble getting into a university, whatever. No issue, you can go to this university. And she's like, what? I think it's called like the University of like Specialized Technologies, whatever that means. And so Sasha's like, absolutely not. Like, I can't go to this university. Like, what am I going to tell my mom? What am I going to tell everyone? Like, I'm just going to be like, oh, I'm going to this random tiny town that no one has ever heard of to go to this university that no one's ever heard of. But eventually she does. She goes to this university where she begins taking classes with a bunch of other people who had very similar experiences. They were approached by someone, made to do weird things and now they're all there at this university. And the classes are normal, some of them. Other classes are not normal and are seemingly there to break the laws of physics, the laws of time, the laws of human consciousness. The book is basically Sasha at this school and like her trials and tribulations and her development and changes as she expands herself through this education. It's Tiffany. It's wild. I'm not even it's wild. It might be my favorite book so far this year. Like, it might be my favorite book so far this year. I'm obsessed with it. First of all, okay, this is a Dark Academia reading vlog, so let me tell you what the Dark Academia vibes are, because they're vibing. Okay, the vibes are vibing. So literally, as I was saying, the whole premise is centered around Sasha and her education, which in itself is quite academic. But then there's all of this but then on top of that, there's Sasha's coming of age, there's Sasha's reconciliation with her own personality, with her own being, with her fate at this point, because at this point she's stuck. Like, she has no choice. She has to be at this school. Otherwise, bad things will happen. Just the whole thing has this very like academic, very serious vibe. Do you know what I mean? Like, you can really feel the pressure. Not only that, also something else that makes it kind of Dark Academia is the professors, where it's like these professors are cruel, they're rude, and they're willing to do anything and everything to get the best out of their students. Like, there's one professor in particular who is just this hard ass who will like literally scream at children, or like, I guess they're not children, but like who will scream at his students. And then also, what's making this dark in terms of its Dark Academia is what they're doing at this school. It's not like a thing of like, oh, they're doing math and they're becoming math geniuses. No, there's like something about it that is very abject horror like. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's something about it that is uncanny and sickening. There's something about it that is inhuman about what's going on at the school. And the way that everything is sort of laid out for you, the reader, is done so well. Like, I love it, dude. Everything is so good. Now, in terms of characters, Sasha, I think Sasha is the perfect person to be the main character. It's very clear that we understand who she is as like a teenager, but I feel like the more that we go into her adulthood and the further she goes into the school, the less we kind of know about her and like the less we can understand her. There's also this other guy named Kotsia. I think his name is Kotsia, and he is the worst. And the book is literally just, the book just keeps trying to present us with like him and our main character Sasha being together, but he's literally the worst. Like, I hate him so much, and I'm like, can't she just like be gay? Can't she just like be alone even? Like, she doesn't even need a love interest. Like, stop trying to push this on us. It's not working. Because like, he just keeps doing shitty things to her, and then the narrative is like, yeah, but he likes her though. Like, he'll do something up, and then the narrative will be like, yeah, but like, he like loves her, so she kind of has to forgive him, because like, what else is she gonna do? Like, who else is gonna do this for her? The whole thing is so fucked. I hate it. And I have a feeling like it's really trying to convince us of like, oh, they're meant to be together and like blah 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 blah, and I'm not living, I'm not laughing, I'm not dealing with it. I don't want to. I really don't like him, like, at all. I think I want to do something darker with my eyes. And it's also interesting as well, like, that Sasha is this incredibly intelligent woman, or like, you know, becoming a woman really, and yet she has all of these like almost childish like trauma responses in a way, where like her mom is dating this guy and they're getting married and they're having children, and Sasha is very much like I'm being replaced. My mother doesn't love me. And like, she feels like her mom doesn't love her as much because of her new boyfriend, because she's pregnant with the child with him, and like everything like that. I don't have divorced parents. I honestly don't even know my father, but literally never met him, that kind of thing. I feel like that's like a very infantile thing, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Her character in some aspects feels childlike. I'm loving this book. I love it so much. It's everything I wanted it to be and more, honestly, because I didn't expect it to be so like weird, so out there, so abstract, and I'm living for it. As for just like my life in general, I'm gonna be filming today my TBR, and I'm excited for that. And then I need to edit it pretty quickly and post it, just because, again, like I really don't like to post my TBR too late in the month, because I kind of like to have things done. I really want to finish this book like today. I want to finish it today because I want to know what the f is happening. And then I also need to order the second book like immediately, because I need to know. I need to know what's going to happen. Anyway, I can't talk and do my eyeliner. I thought I could. I can't. So I will see you later. Hi, so it is 12:30. Hi, bunny. I'm settling down for the night. It's so warm in my room. Oh my god, I feel like I'm gonna die. The night is ending and I'm going to get cozy in bed and give this a read. I have 2.5 hours left in the audiobook. I'm gonna lay down here. I'm going to finish it tonight. I'm gonna finish this book tonight because I want to know what's gonna happen. I want to know what this is all about. And then I think I'm also gonna order the second book, depending on if I like the ending or not. But yeah, that's my plan. That's what I'm gonna do. I just also wanted to show you my makeup before I went to bed, even though it's been hours since I did it. But I don't know, I think I still look cute. I also need to take my hair extensions out because they're not helping me in feeling breezy. I need to get like an air conditioner or like a fan or something. It's very warm. I still haven't finished the bookshelf video, but I did film my May TBR in front of the bookshelves, which are done. Like all I have to do really is just like clean off my desk, clean out the room a little bit, and like finish organizing the manga, and then the video is over. The video is done. I just need to do that, you know? Why is it focusing on my forehead? Yeah, so I think I might try to do that tomorrow and edit the book organization and post it before my May TBR. I'm gonna start reading this. Like I said, it's 2:30, so I'm probably gonna finish this around like 3 a.m. I might update you at 3 a.m. to give you like my first initial thoughts of the whole thing, or I just might wait until tomorrow. Who knows? But cool. Bye. Hello, good afternoon. How are you? How's it going? So yesterday, I forgot to mention this, I hung one of my mirrors, the really big one, the very ornate one. Look at her. She's stunning. Am I zoomed in? Why am I always zoomed in? I'm always zoomed in. Anyway, honestly, it wasn't as hard as it seemed. It seemed hard, it wasn't hard. Last night, I did indeed finish Vita Nostra. Can I say that I loved this? I loved it so much. Okay, wait. As for like the ending, do I understand what happened? Very limitedly. When they say academic, they mean academic. Like there are concepts in these books, or in this book, sorry, that are so hard to wrap my head around, so hard to understand. And so I have a very passing idea of what any of it really means, but that doesn't mean that I don't absolutely love it. The vibe, the characters, I wouldn't say that this is dark academia. Although it might be, I don't know. Like while I was reading it, I kept thinking like, is this dark academia? Because it's lacking darkness. It has darkness in terms of our main character, Sasha, and her journey, how she progresses as a character in terms of that. And there's also darkness, it seemingly, in how this university, how this institution is being set up. Take, for instance, books like The Secret History. Like, The Secret History has all of these components, and at the center of it is just the raw truth of imperfect and flawed human beings who are just as damaged and broken as anything else. I think this does have that, but not to the extent that The Secret History does, because in The Secret History, the brokenness and people's hubris leads them to where they go in The Secret History. But you could also, I guess, say that for this as well. I don't know. If you've read this, let me know. What do you think? Because I'm honestly, I'm leaning towards it just being academic and not so much dark. But I don't know. You tell me, what do you think? Overall, I loved this. I loved the characters, except for Kostya. That guy can suck a pebble. Like, he can, like, what? He can suck a rock. He can suck an orange. Like, fuck that guy. Like, that guy is the worst. He's the worst. And I honestly hope that Sasha can just, like, be alone. I'm not here to, like, ship her with literally anyone. Maybe other than, like, maybe somebody like Anna, or what's her name, Lisa? The blonde girl who was her roommate, that one. I feel like they had sexual chemistry, although I could just be delusional. Like, I just want every woman in a book to just be like gay. Booktuber Jordaline forces queer ideology on her viewers. I finished the book last night at like 3:30 in the morning, right? Like immediately after I ordered the second book, because I was like, I need to know what the gonna happen with this. Like, I need to know what's gonna happen. And the second book, thankfully, isn't 400 pages. The second book is like 270 or something pages, but that's arriving today. Like, I literally got 1 day shipping. So I'm very excited for it to come. Enough of me yibber-yabbering about this. If you like dark academia books and you like reading about people who love to learn, and if you like to read about hubris and magic and science and abstract ideas, this is so good. This is so good. Not only that, actually, also what I didn't mention was like the relationship between Sasha and her mom had me fascinated the whole book. I just kept thinking like, this is so familiar, and I'm so interested to know how and why this affects Sasha in the way that it does, and how it affects her mom, and how it affects her mom's new boyfriend and their baby. Like, I was fascinated with everything about her family. I'm telling you, the whole thing is so interesting. Also, something I never mentioned, I know I keep talking your ear off about this book, you're like, okay, we get it, move on. But last thing I'll say is that the book is written beautifully. The writing, it flows really, really easily, really, really well. And the whole thing feels very organic. Does that make sense? 5 stars for me. One of the best dark academia books I've read, to be honest. What should I read next? I don't know. I still have 3 books. Because my patrons chose that one for me to read, I want to choose the next one. And I can't decide. I honestly I don't want to read this. I don't want to read it. I'm not even gonna lie. I don't want to read it. I can't decide between these two. I'm more leaning towards this because I want to know if it's good or not, because from what I've read, people really, really love Joanne Harris, and they love this book. This book seems like it'd be easier to read. You know what? I'm gonna read this. I read Vita Nostra in 2 days. I can read this in 2 days. It seems like it's the trials and tribulations of people at a specific school. I think I might be following the teachers, to be honest. I don't know if it's following the students. I'm gonna read this, but I'm also gonna look up reviews on Goodreads. Also, and I know this always happens on Thursday, and I'm always like surprised. I'm like, would you believe that today on Thursday, I have to clean my apartment? I know I always do that, but I have to clean my apartment. And like, listen, I know, I've been joking with you that like, I'm mentally ill, like, I'm gross, you know? And sure, maybe. I think for me, and I'm just being honest, and like, maybe this is TMI, I don't know. I just sort of like leave things. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm the kind of girl who would like grab a bag of chips or like grab a snack or, you know, like order food, but I'll just like leave the bags. I'll just leave things where they are. And I think that's my issue in terms of like cleanliness, is that like I just kind of like leave things. I also have groceries that I got last week that I haven't put away. Specifically, I need to clean sort of like my coffee table area and my couch, and then the kitchen. The kitchen is the thing that's like needing the most love. I think what I want to do, and this is crazy, is start Gentlemen and Players. I'll update you and let you know what my first impressions are, okay? Cool, good talk. Apparently also, I forgot to mention this is like a 3-book series. So if I like this, there's 2 more after it. Anyway, just thought I should also mention that, okay? Welcome to a somewhat grocery haul. It's like very small. The reason I ordered anything to begin with to get delivered was because I wanted to get this. Excuse my dishwasher, it's still going, so I hope it's not too loud. But I've been very warm, and like even now I'm like sweating so much. And I can't afford to buy like a full-on air conditioner. Like I don't have an extra $500 to spend. But what I do have is $40 to spend. So I bought an oscillating fan from Walmart, and I had it delivered. And then also on top of that, I just bought some groceries. So I figured I would show you what I got, and then we can also set this up together. But I bought parchment paper. I also bought this, which is like a cat like laser. Money and Bug, especially Bug, he loves lasers. And so I'm really excited to use this for him. His pizza crust, because my friend is coming over on Saturday and we're going to make like individual pizzas. Oh, a bell pepper, because she said that she wanted a bell pepper to put on her pizza. Pineapple chunks, because she said she wanted to put pineapple on her pizza. I am a pineapple girl with my pizza. Like, I don't know about you, but I love pineapple on my pizza. In Canada, we call it Hawaiian pizza. It's like ham and pineapple. It's so good. And then I also got Daya mozzarella flavored cheese. This is like vegan cheese because my friend is a vegan, so I got her vegan cheese for her pizza. I also got sun-dried tomatoes because I think tonight I'm gonna make a pasta, and it called for roasted red peppers, but I couldn't find any on the website. But I found these and I thought maybe I'll substitute it. I also got Alfredo sauce for my pizza on Sunday because I want to make a spinach, feta, and tomato pizza. And I also got pizza sauce for my friend because she wanted pizza sauce. I got pizza pops because I'm literally 12 years old. And then finally, lastly, I got oat milk. That's my grocery haul. Let's put together this fan because I am sweating, like sweating. I'm gonna put this together. Hello, so it is, I think, like 5 p.m., 6 p.m. I started to read Gentlemen and Players, and I felt very like meh. I mean, to be fair though, I only got probably like 15 pages in, but if the first 15 pages boring, I don't care. But as you might have seen, this just came in the mail. So I'm thinking I might put down this and go immediately into this. I want to know what's gonna happen. Look how pretty they are next to each other. How cute. I did clean my kitchen and I've tidied up my living room. I need to wipe down my coffee table and I've been standing in front of my fan. Oh, and then I put out this box for money. Oh. And he was sitting in it earlier. It was so cute. I'm gonna start this after I finish dinner. And I'm excited, honestly. I'm a bit bummed out that this was kind of boring. Also, I think, what I realized is I think Joanne Harris is the person who wrote Chocolat, which I've only ever seen the movie, but I really like the movie. I am willing, definitely, to give it a chance. Because it seems like there's like murder involved or something. I'm gonna read this. Okay. Good talk. Hi. So it's like 4 o'clock in the morning. I finished reading Assassin of Reality in basically like 2 sittings. I wanted to finish it today and I'm glad that I did. As for my thoughts, like they're very fresh because I literally finished it like 20 minutes ago. Like I finished it just finished it. First of all, I really enjoyed this book. Did I enjoy it as much as this? No. There were moments in this where I was like questioning, like, what is the point of this? Basically, like reading it, I was like, why are we doing this? What is the purpose of this? And having read the whole thing, I do think there is a purpose in terms of like character and story and world building. But at the same time, I think if you read this book, I don't necessarily think that you're like missing something huge if you don't read this book. This is like a fun, very similar experience to Vita Nostra. I think that it's worth reading, but if you're thinking like, oh, I just finished reading Vita Nostra and I was happy with that experience, and you had no like inkling or want to read this, I would say you're fine. Like, you're fine. You don't need to read this. I was on Goodreads after I finished reading it. Like, that's like literally what I did. Like, immediately I went on Goodreads and I was looking at reviews for Assassin of Reality. There was one person who said that a lot of people who've read the sequel call it like fanfic of the first book. And I see that. Having read it, I see what they mean when they say that it feels like fanfic of the first book. I started the book and I was like, oh, this is crazy. Like, we're going in, blah, 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 blah. And then very quickly, I think around like page 40, page 50, it's very much like, oh, and like we're back to basically the first book. Like, we're just rereading the first book, but it's not as good. I don't want to say that it was bored, because I wasn't bored, but it was very much like a thing of, I've read this before. But that doesn't mean I didn't enjoy it. Also, in the second book, we have like a new romance, and that we could have left at the door. We could have left it. And I think also with it being like much, much shorter than Vita Nostra, I feel like there's even less room in this book for character development and for the development of romance. Like, this book is only like 230 pages or something. And so within that time frame, we have to have, you know, Sasha's development, the supporting characters development, the plot's development, the world building's development, and then on top of that also a romance. Like, it's a bit much. Honestly, for both books, I'm fine without there being any romance. I don't think it's really needed in either of them, or at least not to the extent that it's involved in both books. This book, stunning, gorgeous, a masterpiece. This book, I think not as good, but still fun. Like, I don't regret picking it up. I don't regret reading it. And I think honestly also, having read them back to back, I think helped my enjoyment of this book. I think if I had waited 6 months after reading this and I read this, I don't think it would have clicked as much. So I would say if you are going to read the sequel, read it soon after you read this. I've been like literally just sitting in front of the fan that I bought today, and I've just been living my like fantasy. I've just been living my winter fantasy. Anyway, now that I've finished both of those books, I honestly didn't expect to read Assassin of Reality, but I'm glad I did. I'm glad I read both of them, because Vita Nostra is my favorite book of the year. Like, at least I think it is. I have to like look at the books I've read. In my working memory, this is #1. I was thinking about this, and I think if you liked the Atlas 6, you would like this, because I feel like it's much closer to compare this to the Atlas 6 than it would be to compare it to like the Secret History or something. But I think it's much closer to the Atlas 6 in terms of how academic it is. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you really love that like study hard, work hard, like theorem kind of feeling, this is so good. Anyway, tomorrow I'm gonna start reading this. I was really unfair with this, to be honest. I was super unfair with it because I didn't really give it a chance. When I was like listening to the audiobook or started reading it, I was like looking at my phone. I think I was like online shopping or something. Sat down and I read this book for I think 4 to 5 hours, and then this book was like 8 or 9 hours. Like, in the past like 3 days, me reading that much, it's unheard of. Who am I, like a booktuber? I don't think I can finish this in one day, or like before this vlog ends. Although actually I think I'm gonna keep it going until Saturday, because I'm going book shopping on Saturday and I wanna vlog it. So I might be able to finish it by Saturday, but if I don't, I'll let you know in the next reading vlog. I also tomorrow need to like fully clean my apartment, because like I said, my friend's coming over on Saturday and it's our first time being here to my apartment. I've only had Vaseline Steve and my old roommate in the apartment, and now one of my other friends is gonna see it, and I'm really excited for her to come over. I'm also having a housewarming party. I don't know if I told you that. Maybe I didn't. May 20th. Also, did I tell you this? I must have told you this. I had to have. But my best, oh no, I think I did. My best friend Sam, she's gonna come visit me. Oh, I think I did, because I think I told you about the reading vlog idea, right? I'm having a housewarming party where a bunch of my other friends are gonna come and see the apartments. Although I guess also you've seen the apartment, so you've also been a guest. I'm gonna go to bed because I'm tired. And I wanna like look at my screen for a little bit. So anyway, I'm gonna go to bed. Bye. Good afternoon. Hello. How's it going? Happy Friday. Today is maybe the second to last day. I don't know. I might not actually like do anything tomorrow to like talk. I mean, I can't believe how quickly this week has gone by. It's gone by so quickly. I just turned off my fan and I'm already dying. I hate this. As I was saying yesterday, last night at 4 o'clock in the morning when I finished this, This is done. We're done with it. It was fun. Apparently, although also I should mention, there's gonna be a third book. Also, can I just say RIP to Sergey? He did pass away soon after this was released in English, but there will be apparently a third book. I'm gonna read the third book. Like, you can't stop me. I'm gonna read it, but I still really loved Vita Nostra. And then this, I feel, I don't know. I liked it. I mean, I certainly read it. You know what I mean? Like, I read it quickly. I didn't stop. Like, I think I sat and read it for probably a good 3 hours. So it's not like I didn't enjoy it because it held my attention. There's something missing. And I don't know what it is. But I'm not gonna talk about it anymore. I talked about it yesterday so much. So this is done. Now I want to read Gentlemen and Players by Joanne Harris. I also need to edit my May TBR. So I think I'm gonna read this for maybe an hour or two and then edit and then maybe go back to reading it. But then I also need to like clean my apartment for tomorrow. But I think I'm gonna do that later tonight. And right now I'm just gonna focus on this. I think I'm also gonna make some food because it is, by the way, 4:30 p.m. So I'm gonna read this right now, turn my fan back on because oh my god, I'm dying. Oh, I forgot to mention also, this is literally a Dark Academia themed reading vlog. What? The Dark Academia vibe. You know what it is actually? Tiffany? I almost called you Ashley. You know what it is, Tiffany? Ashley? Whatever your name is? I think the difference is that this doesn't have quite as strong Dark Academia vibes. I think that's what it is. I think that's what it is. The first book, you are enveloped by this academic world and by Sasha being overtaken by her intellectual processes, you know what I mean? This book, less so. That's what it is. That's what it is. That's what it is. I'm gonna let you go and I'll update you about what I think of this after my first session, okay? Okay. Why did I do a thumbs up? It's so embarrassing. It's probably been about a half an hour. I was listening to the audiobook for Gentlemen and Players for about 42 minutes. I'm DNFing it. I'm DNFing. I am getting so annoyed with this stupid book. I'm getting really annoyed because I consistently just keep getting bored and like getting distracted by other things. Like, I'll listen to it and I'll be like, okay, yeah, whatever. And then I'll like look at my phone. I'll be like, oh, let me just check my email. Oh, let me just check this. Oh, actually, I forgot. I needed to order this. I'm DNFing it. I'm DNFing it. I cannot read any more of it because I'm not paying attention to it. I don't care. I don't care. And I literally, let's see, how far did I get into it? I think I only got like 21 pages in. I got like 30 pages into this and I can't anymore. I'm sorry. I don't care, Joanne. I might try this again, but right now, no, absolutely not. That leaves us with, what am I gonna read? We know that I have this and we know that I have this. I think I might go with this. As much as some people were like shitting on it, I think I might give this a try. Is the lighting weird? I think the lighting might be weird. At the very least, it's not gonna be boring. I decided that Orion Lake needed to die after the second time he saved my life. I also feel like though, this is gonna be like a romance bullshit kind of thing. So we'll see. But also, if I don't like it, how funny would that be? You know what I mean? Because I also do love talking shit. Like I love talking shit. Also, is this YA or is this adult? I think this is YA, right? I think I also want to like look in my library to see if I have any other Dark Academia books. So I'm gonna do that before I start this. But if I can't find anything, I'll continue on with this and I'll let you know what I think of it. I am sad that I can't seem to concentrate on this because I was really looking forward to it because I thought it was gonna be Dead Poet Society. I thought it was gonna have that kind of vibe, but it has like a much more boring vibe. So that's a bummer. But yeah, I'm gonna go look at my library to see if I can see if I have anything else that's like Dark Academia that I might wanna read. Just because I'm not crazy about this, but I'll read it if I have to. So, okay, cool, good talk. Okay, I need to make this super quick because I'm literally about to head out, like literally. But I needed to update you to let you know what happened last night because, you know, things. I started, as you know, reading A Deadly Education, and then I was rudely awoken to the fact that it's literally fucking trash. Like it was, I hated it. I hated it. That's so annoying. That's so annoying when you read something amazing and then the things right after just like don't appease that sense of your appetite. Like I hate that so much. So Deadly Education was not for me. Oh, this is great lighting, Jordaline. This is great. You would think like, okay, so Deadly Education didn't work. I did DNF it, by the way. I got probably maybe like an hour into the audiobook and I was like, I hate this. First of all, the main character just like literally just like explains everything to you. Like in the first, like, and like I get it, it's supposed to be like YA or whatever, but like I don't need that much exposition. Like that's crazy. And then also she's just like, the main character again is just so juvenile. I like the idea of the school. I like the idea of there not being any teachers, but at the same time I was just like, I'm not impressed by any of this. Like this is not for me. So Katie and like literally everyone else who told me it was trash, you were right, it's trash, I don't like it. So after that I didn't really pick anything else up. Honestly, I was working on the library, kind of. I was like cleaning it up a little bit because I'm trying to unpack all of the stuff I have in the closet. So I was doing that. So I just listened to music, and then after that I just watched TV. But I think today I might give another book a try. If not, maybe, I don't know. But I am gonna be taking you to the bookstore. I'm about to head out like right now. I'm about to go to the bookstore. So I'm gonna take you with me. Let's go to the bookstore. It is Saturday, by the way. Hi, happy Saturday. Okay. Hi, it's still Saturday and this is gonna be the last clip of the vlog, but I wanted to update you on just one or two things. And by one or two things, I mean what I got from the bookstore. I genuinely, and I'm not even joking, Tiffany, I'm not even joking. I went to the bookstore fully being like, I'm not gonna spend an exorbitant amount of money. Like, I'm not. I said to myself, I'm gonna buy one book. One. I said that to myself. No, that didn't happen. As you probably saw, like, I think I fully lost control. And by fully lost control, I mean I did fully lose control. But let me show you what I got, because I think it's kind of fun. Also, both of my cats are being so cute. Look at them. They're such good boys. My friend literally just left, and both of the boys, Money and Bug, were so happy the whole time that she was here. Excuse me? Pigs and shit, especially Bug. Bug loves the attention. Okay, I bought 5 books. I know this dark academia reading vlog is really, you know, shit the bed, like, because I haven't read anything else. And to be honest with you, Tiffany, I'm not going to read anything else for this vlog. But I do want to show you these books because I'm very excited about all of them, okay? So, first of all, I found this in the bargain section. And I've been wanting to check this out for the last few months because the horror novel, and that's really all I know. And that is Such a Pretty Smile by Christy DeMester. Now, I don't really know what this is about, but it says on the inside, silence feeds them, but we bite back. I'm excited to give this a try. If you have read this, please let me know what you thought of it. But I'm not even mad because I got it for a good price. 3 for $20. Whatever 3 divided by 20 is how much I paid for it, I think. I really like that the silhouette is glossy and the rest of the cover is like a black matte. I think it's very pretty. Anyway, so I got that. The only manga that I picked up was this one. And I don't even know what to think. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't really know what it's about even, but I bought it because of something I heard about the author. And that is PTSD Radio Volume 1. This, I think, is a bind up of, I think maybe the first 2 volumes, I think. The reason I bought it, and the reason I want to get this series, is because it's on hiatus. And you're like, what is that? Why would you want that? Why would you want to pick up a series that's uncompleted and could be uncompleted forever? The reason I wanted to pick it up was because I heard that the author put the series on hiatus because the things that were happening in these horror manga were happening in his real life. He was starting to see and experience things that he had written about, and that I was like, yes, I'm gonna read that. Like I said, I don't really know what this is about, but I'm excited to read it. They also had the 3rd volume in store, but I didn't pick it up because there were 3 other books that I wanted to get. But I have volume 1, I'm gonna order volume 2 soon. I picked up this book, which apparently is an Indigo exclusive, and that is Happy Place by Emily Henry. My copy was $25. I really like Emily Henry. I loved Beach Read, and I really liked Book People. Is that what that book was called? I forget. I own Vacation with Friends, or Vacation with People Who Are Your Friends. I don't know. I own all of her work, so I had to pick up Happy Place. I don't like that I have all of her books in paperback and now I have this in hardcover, but I do love this cover. I love the color. I think it's stunning. And then, like I said, there's like an Indigo exclusive sticker, but it's not a sticker, it's literally on the cover. So that's annoying. But at least, like I said, it's on the back. I feel like if you're a booktuber, you're like contractually obligated to buy anything that Emily Henry puts out. Like, I feel like that's the law. And maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like that's what's going on here. You know what I mean? Anyway, it's stunning. I have no idea what it's about. So, yay. Okay, and then the last 2 books are kind of connected. So I picked up the 2nd book in the Night Angel trilogy, which is Shadow's Edge by Brent Weeks. This is the second book. Like I said, the first book is Way of the Shadows, that book. I bought this because I walked in and I saw something else from Brent Weeks. And listen, Tiffany, listen, if you're like, okay, Jordaline, you're buying all these books, tell me you've read them. And I would tell you, Tiffany, first of all, mind your own business. Second of all, I have not read anything from Brent Weeks. I own the first book of this trilogy and now the second book. And then I also own the first book of a second trilogy, which is Night Angel Nemesis, which is absolutely gorgeous. Look at that, Tiffany. And it's a hardcover. It's like thick. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, and maybe you don't even care. Maybe you don't care. Maybe I'm like projecting all of this onto you, but I feel like you're judging me. Maybe I'm judging myself, but I'm okay with that because these books are gorgeous and they're gonna be gorgeous on my shelves. I wasn't sure if this is an entirely different series or if they're connected, but to be sure, I picked up the second book because I think you need to read these before you can read these. I hate that fantasy does this because it's very much like a thing of like, you need to catch up basically to read the thing that you actually want to read, which I don't like, but at the same time, I'll do it. Obviously, I'll fucking do it. So I bought those two. So that's my haul. Pretty successful, honestly. I only spent $100. And maybe you're thinking that's a lot of money. And you're right. You're right. You're right. When you're right, you're right. Anyway, I'm gonna go. Thank you so much for watching this reading vlog. Let me know down below if you've read any of these books, if you've read Vita Nostra or its sequel. What did you think of them? Please tell me. Don't forget to hit subscribe because we talk about spooky shit, we talk about creepy shit, we talk about Brent Weeks and Night Angel Nemesis and Vita Nostra and shit. Excuse me. Thank you so much. I hope you have a wonderful day. I'll see you in my next one. Au revoir. Goodbye. Goodbye.